Okay, we're still in a session here. It's about 3:37 in the afternoon on the East Coast, and I just want to show you how I'm putting this into action. Everything that I learned from Scott and how to read price action. I do have two indicators down here which I developed myself. One is a market timer. It's called the balance of power, and it shows bullish and bearish herding. And this is the herding that I talked about in the videos. This is bullish herding. The red dots are bearish herding, and I can talk more about that particular indicator a little bit later. But what I did was yesterday I did this is a customized Fibonacci. So instead of doing the regular Fibonacci levels, I did 75%, 50%, 25%. And I used that to trade in a long position yesterday. I took the high and the low. I cut out the wicks. I only used the bodies as Scott suggested. And I found that right at the 50% level yesterday, the equilibrium level, we were hovering right around that equilibrium level. And when it closed above this equilibrium level, after it kind of dipped down here, it indicated to me that the price wanted to go higher. So I watched the price a little bit. I saw a second dip here. And then I saw a little bit of a turnaround here. It looked like it rose up and then it came back down almost in the same way that the example this guy gave us. But it closed above that equilibrium level, and then we had another close above the equilibrium level, and I took a long position there right at the close. And as you can see, the market went straight up. It was up about 450 points or so at the top. Now, instead of drawing it out again, I said, okay, well, let me look at extensions. And so on this Fibonacci, I took 125, 150%. So you still have the 75%, 0, 25, 50, 75, 0, 25. And if I could keep going, I'd go the 350%, 375%, etc. What I want you to notice as this was moving higher, we had consolidation right around that 150% level. And then we had consolidation again right at the 225, but it seems like every time it went through another price level, the quadrants here, every time it went through it went to the next one at least. And it acted as support here at the 200%, then it came up here to the 225%. So every single one of these was a tradable event. It got up to 275 and we had a very, very sharp sell-off, came back down to the 175. Looked like it acted as support, continued to go higher, broke through the equilibrium. This is a higher equilibrium on a higher level on the 1 hour chart. And then we came all the way up here to the 300% level, broke through, went to the 325 and created this little double top here. We did break through here, but as soon as the next bar hit, it started declining very, very sharply. And I was short this position after watching this not close below the 50%, waiting for this. The very next bar, as soon as it dropped below 50%, I took a short position and followed it all the way through down these different percentages. Now we're right close to this higher time frame 50% level, and I exited the position. Every time we went through one of these 25% levels, I continued to hold on to my position until we got here. Now, it's going to be interesting. We've got about 20 minutes left before the close. I want to see if we go down below this level even. Each one of these levels has acted somewhat like support as the price has been moving down towards it. I also had a down signal on this bar. Actually, it didn't create the down signal until this bar closed below the bottom of this bar. And that's right about where I went short. Now, my stop would have been at the top of this bar. So if it went above that bar, I'm out. I risked about 27 points on that. And the risk to reward was pretty good. I mean, as we dropped through these levels, I continued to hold until we got down to that level, to the 50% level. But it looks like it's even dropping below that at this point. Interesting stuff. I'm seeing a little bit of bearish herding here. I've got a down signal on my indicator giving me confirmation that we were going to go in addition to hitting this 300% level, hitting the 325, acting as resistance here. So pretty interesting stuff for sure. and we have about 20 minutes left. I did not stay in the trade because as soon as I hit that 50% level, it started going back up again. So I got out of my position. But I'm just interested in seeing where it's going to touch, where it's going to end. We got very, very close to this 200% level, and it looks like it's just kind of looking for a little bit of support there. And so very, very interesting stuff. I've been trading this system now that Scott has taught me for about a week or so, and I've been profitable consistently. So look at that. It pinned right to that 200% level, almost within a point. So interesting stuff. I highly suggest you guys read the bullet points that I've written, listen to the comments I made, rewatch the videos. Everything that Scott says is incredibly important. And I think you're going to find a lot of success with this system. You really need to learn it but like the back of your hand, really master it, and I think you're going to do very, very well. I have so far, and I'm going to continue to trade it. I haven't found anything else that is as clear, as precise, and as accurate in determining whether or not prices are going to continue to go higher. For example, when I got into this long position, it was pretty clear that the couple of closes that we had above this 50% level, especially this little dip that showed that there was everybody who went long, even if they went long here, they would have gotten wiped out right there. And that's exactly where the liquidity was. See, this was the liquidity that Scott's talking about when if everybody down here is long, let's say they took a little long position here, well, the market makers took it right down below that level in order to liquidate everybody that was long, because that's typically where they're going to put their stops. So look for the liquidity and either on the buy stop or the sell stop, and that's probably where price is going to go. But we'll see. This has been a pretty sharp sell off here from the 24,000 level all the way down to 23,728. That's a good 250 point drop. Pinned right to that 200% level, which is interesting. And now we're just kind of hovering right around that 50% equilibrium. It'd be interesting if we do close above that 50% equilibrium, we may see an upturn tonight in the overnight session. If we close below that 50% level, then we may see a decline tomorrow. So anyway, I just want to give you this overall view of how I'm using it. Stay tuned. I'll have some more videos for you very shortly. Bye.